and welcome to Ballet Fit Flow. I'm Maria Rios-Kelly, and this is my low cortisol approach to fitness that blends functional movement and graceful mobility to support your fascia, encourage lymphatic drainage, tone your body, and move stress through, not into, your system. I hope you enjoyed these workouts and that they're useful to you. We're going to begin with our legs together in butterfly and giving a few cat-cows. Roll your belly button in and push your chest outward, trying to keep your knees towards the mat and rotating your hips forward and back. Wherever you feel like you need more of a stretch, you can bounce into it. Use your elbows to push your knees down if necessary, or bring your feet as close together as possible to your hips. Just do what's comfortable for you. We're just opening up those hip flexors. Then we'll bring our legs together and turn in and turn out, rotating your legs at your hips, using your glutes to do so. We'll flex and point in parallel and turn out and flex and point. Good. Try to keep your back straight and your posture up. Wonderful. Now we'll open our legs as wide as we are able, but don't push yourself too far. We'll give a point flex on both feet. Flex, point, flex. Wonderful. And then we'll try to come forward as much as we can, but don't push it too far. Really just go far forward as you can, and then gently bring yourself back up. Again to butterfly. And then we'll bring out one leg. And ensure that your hip is not up off the mat but down. And in order to help that, we're going to rotate our leg forward and back. Again, just rotating your hips forward and back. Wonderful. You can watch your knee, see how it turns side to side. And you might feel this in your hamstrings or on your inner thigh. I personally feel it on my inner thigh. Good, and just ensure that both sides of your hips are planted on the mat. We're going to give a side bend. Good, just have that nice ballet posture. Keep your shoulders down and look towards your foot. Good, you can bounce into this to help. Then we will stack our feet over our knees. And ensure that your hips are planted on the mat, that one side is not tilted upward. We're going to rotate our hips forward and back slightly, but then we're going to come into a forward stretch and gently push yourself forward, keeping your hips planted. You can think of your hips going further into the mat to really feel that stretch. Keep your feet flexed, and you can bounce down onto your elbows, gently up and down. Remember to breathe. In, out, in, out. And if you feel a nice stretch, you can hold it. Remember to breathe and come back up gently. Good. You can lean into that stretch a little bit more. Push your knee down and really feel it in your hip flexor or the sides of your hips. Let me know where you feel this stretch the most in the comments, and then we're going to stack our knees over each other. Here you can have your feet comfortably pointed, that's fine. You can massage out your toes. Again, ensure that your hips are planted. You can wiggle them out if it feels tight. And lean forward, leading with your chest. Always try to grow taller into the stretch. You can massage out your arches here if it feels good. Just really try to open those hips, breathe into the stretch. Always breathe and try to grow taller. You can bounce if it feels right. Good, ensure that your shoulders are down. Wonderful. Now we'll come undone. Straighten our legs and shake them out just a bit. Good, now we're going to do the same thing with the opposite leg. Ensure that both of your hips are on the mat, and we're just going to rotate our hips forward and back to see our leg moving side to side. You might notice your hip coming off the mat a bit. That's okay as we get used to this move and as we get more flexible. So just try to open your hips. Good, and again we're going to give a side stretch. So just rotate a little bit more, and this is also great for your heel, whether you have it flexed or pointed, whatever feels better for you. Massaging out your heel is a great way to release fascia. Now we'll give a side bend, so bring your arm over and push gently, bouncing up and down if it feels right, or holding the stretch, whatever you prefer. Ensure that your arm doesn't cover the front of your face, but that it is next to your ear, about a palm's width distance away. Good, come back up, give a little wiggle, then we'll come to center and stack our knees over our feet. Good, keep your feet flexed and ensure that your hip is down in the mat. You can give a little cat-cow, rotating your hips forward and back. Good, really feel where you're tight and then come forward into the stretch. Leading with your chest, again try to grow taller into the stretch. Good. And if you feel comfortable, we'll give little bounces onto our elbows gently, never forcing any of the stretches. Just do what feels comfortable and slightly challenging. Remember to breathe as you bounce if it feels right. Breathe. Good, and we'll come back up gently, releasing all the tension in our hips. Wonderful. And again, we'll stack our knees over each other and wiggle your hips into the mat. You can massage out your toes at this time, but again, lean forward and grow taller into the stretch. Good. If you feel tension, gently work forward. You can cow backwards, as in rotating your hips back and forward. Keep your shoulders down. Just really feel where you're tight and try to release all tension. Good. And we'll unwind. Now we'll have our feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to push our knees down. Really feeling the stretch in our inner thigh, at the base of our pelvis and our outer hip. If you feel tightness, you can stay in that position a bit longer. Good, and come up. Quick butterfly forward. Wonderful. Now we'll sit with one leg in front of us and one leg behind, both feet flexed. We're going to try to, again, keep both sides of our hips on the mat, rotating forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Good. Now, if you're able, we're going to turn to one side and lean forward while keeping both hips on the mat. This might be very tight, so be gentle. Now we will lean to the side and try to push that hip into the mat. Good, gently come up. Now we'll come sideways into pigeon. If this is difficult, again, we're going to rotate our hips just to loosen them up. Good, side to side. Breathe. Wonderful, and you can have your foot pointed or flexed. I find that going between both helps with fascia release. So we can start pointed. Just really roll your hips side to side so that your leg is behind you. And if you're able, you can bring your foot up and grab it, but if you're very tight, this will be difficult. Be gentle with yourself, and as always, breathe and only go as far as you are able. We can come into flexed foot. We can have our feet demi-point or flex. Really just feel this out in your body. Try to come up. Breathe into the stretch. Feel where you're tight and release tension. If this is difficult, you can come onto your elbows and rotate with your legs side to side. Good. Now we'll do the same with the opposite side, one leg in front of us and one leg behind us, rotating our hips so that they sit into the mat equally, feet flexed. And again, if you are able, we will come to the side and try to stretch. Only as far as you're able. With both hips on the mat. Good. Then we'll give a side stretch, lifting your arm above you and gently leveraging your weight and pushing your hip into the mat. Wonderful. Now we'll come into pigeon on this side. Again, same as before. Rotate, wiggle side to side. Really feel where you're tight and try to release it. Good. You can come upward, but if this is difficult, you can go down onto your elbows. If you're able, try to look as far as you're able the opposite direction. But again, don't push yourself, just do what feels right. And you can have your foot in demi-point or flexed, if that feels right to you. If you're able, you can bring your foot up and pull it closer to your bottom. And again, with practice, this gets easier. Good. Come back to center. And we'll wiggle it out just a bit. Good job. Now for a deep calf stretch, we're going to bring one foot up to above our knee. We're going to lean forward with both hips again in the mat. We're going to pull our toes towards us while leading with our chest, trying to keep our back straight. Keep your knees straight as well to really feel this in our calf. It helps if you imagine your toes coming towards you and your ankle or your heel growing further away from you. So imagine your leg lengthening through your ankle. Come back up and we'll do the same with the opposite side. So pulling your toes towards you, keeping your back straight, leading with your chest, shoulders down. Breathe into the stretch and you should really feel this in your calf. Imagine your heel growing further away from you. Grow taller into the stretch. And breathe. You can wiggle side to side if it feels right. Wonderful. Come up and slowly unwind. Good. Now we'll give a little point flex and turn out. Point your toes. Flex them towards you. Point. Flex, point, flex. Good, and we'll do turn in, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Wonderful. Again in butterfly, leaning forward. Good, now open your legs as wide as you are able. Come forward and really feel that release in your hips. Does this feel any looser than before? Personally, I feel a lot more limber in my hip. We're going to come to one side, keep both hips planted if you are able, and gently lean forward. Again with the opposite side, both hips in the mat, leaning forward towards your foot. Try to keep both feet on point. Rotating forward and back if you are able. Only open as wide as you are able. And if you feel any pain, please bring your legs closer together. Good. One more cat-cow. Good. Rotating our hips in and out. Now we'll leverage our elbow towards our knee to get a wider stretch. Bring your arm up and over. Good, and you can bounce into it if it feels right. Try to keep both hips on the mat. Good, again with the opposite elbow. Leveraging our elbow for a wider stretch. Really feeling it in our side. Good, and really melt into one side. Now if you are able, we can bring our arms behind us and stretch forward, releasing tension in our neck, wiggling side to side. We'll bring our legs together, kind of wiggle them out. Good. Okay, now if you feel ready, gently with our ankles under us, coming up into demi-point and rolling our lower body weight onto our demi-point. Be very gentle with this if you have plantar fasciitis or any other mobility issues with your ankles, but I find that this is quite stabilizing considering that we're holding our upper body weight. Just rolling onto that a few times gently to re-engage stability. We're going to do 2 bear planks, holding for 10 seconds each. Bring your belly button towards your spine. Ensure that your shoulders are down and good. Engage your core and come down and again. Planking for 10 seconds just to re-engage that stability. Good, and come down. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again for another workout.